Hello, visionaries. Welcome back. I am Leonidas. This is Nuclear Hours version 2.0, patch 190. 190. Did I hear a niner in there? Talking on a radio? Name that movie. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is patch day. The first thing I noticed, without even getting into this, is that when I updated and started, it reset all of my settings. Everything under the options menu was all messed with, graphics and preferences and all that. So keep that in mind for this new version. But here we are. We're just going to go through the patch notes. Not going to demonstrate anything today. Just looking at what there is to look. Also, I dropped my microphone and broke it and got a replacement. So I'm actually, as I'm speaking to you right now, making adjustments on my sound because it looks like I'm peaking a lot. But the point is, let me know how this one is. Okay, is it too high, too low? Does it sound okay? Is this going to work? Because if not, I got to do something else. So that's the first request. Give me feedback, please, on the audio, the microphone, because again, when I upload it to YouTube, it sounds different. And I can hear it through my speakers. It sounds the same, but I need it through your speakers. So I need you guys to tell me because I really do rely on it. And even from my desktop to YouTube sounds different. YouTube does its own thing. So anyway, here we go. Patch notes 190. All right. First, fixed the bug when discarding a fuel block which appeared in the maintenance task incorrectly located. That I think is the one I reported, or one of the ones. That was where when you discarded a fuel block, it showed two under the maintenance task. One, to get rid of the discarded fuel, and two, to discard a misplaced fuel. So you're kind of getting double charged for something that wasn't happening. So that's the first one. Number two, fixed AO map to prevent from clipping through the supply room shelves. Okay, so just adjusted the path so that visually he doesn't transport through solid objects. Fixed bug in boron filtration column that visually appeared to be working even though it was not. This is the second time they tried it. So when you have the chemicals add-on enabled and you filter it, in the chemical room you see those ion columns with that green cascading effect and you hear it. Well, there was a bug where when you turn the filtering pump off, it would still make the audio and visual whatever you call it, action. He thought he had fixed it. And this is another one I reported. I said, nah, it's still doing it. And so that's why it's number two. Hopefully it works this time. He's tried to fix it again. Fixed bug in the MSCV display selector when turbine control panel was off. What this one was, I'm trying to remember. It was something about if you had the turbine. Oh, I remember this one. The turbine energy, I think it's called the energy generation panel. It's where you control your actual turbines. If that is off, right, you throw the big lever 180 degrees and it gets the big clunk and it goes off. You could not open or close your MSCV. They were tied together. So that has been fixed. No power and cooling turbine alarm. Oh my goodness. This has been one for, I don't know, a long time where we'd get the no power and cooling turbine alarm above the condenser a lot. It looks like that's been fixed. So that's cool. Fix the bug with genset room lights where the lamps would continue to glow even when turned off. Oh, this was a bug someone reported to where if you had a complete power cutoff, not from the city, not from your gensets, your backup generators, not from your turbo gens, nothing. No power at all. These lights still worked. And so that has been fixed. Fix the bug with the external power available indicator light where it was green instead of red. This was if you had the event where you were cut off from the external power and the switch was on, it would show green instead of red, even though power was not coming in. So now it matches. If power is cut off from the city into the power plant, right, that event, it will show red instead of green. Fixed AO pathfinding by the perimeter. Okay, so when he would do pressurizer maintenance, visually he would not go there. He would just kind of stop in the middle of nowhere, and now that's been fixed. Fix the bug of premature wear on the generator sets during startup. Cool. So it sounds like the gen sets will not take wear as they start up, only once they're producing power, I guess. Fix low oil consumption during circulation pump warm up. This is interesting. We might actually have to watch our oil levels in our pumps now throughout the plant. It has been instituted, it's there, but it has been cranked way down. I don't know of anybody who's had to actually add oil yet. So maybe that fixes that one. Adjusted the cost of transformers and resistance banks and the cost of associated upgrades to balance them across the classes. This was where when you wanted to pay for an upgrade to a component that you have, a piece of equipment, it was almost less expensive. It was less expensive to buy a whole new one than it was to upgrade the one you currently have. So it looks like that's been balanced. That's been needed for a while. So I'm glad that one got fixed. And you know who you are listening to this. Thank you for reporting that. Adjusted evaporation and condensation calculation of the condenser. Okay, so our condenser's been messed with. So now we're gonna have to watch that and check the heat. I wonder if this is either to fix the bug, the condenser bug, where it would just run away and go over 100 and not have any consequences, and you couldn't cool it down and things like that. Other people were getting it. I'd never seen it, but I tested someone else's save game and was able to see it. But I guess we'll have to see. This could be game changing, not like game breaking, but or massive change. But it could change how we operate. Adjust the ranges of the alarm speakers. What that was, unless you were within a couple meters of some of these alarms, you wouldn't hear them. So you could be in the control room other side and alarms going off and you didn't hear it because you were, too far. They weren't too far, just the volume was down too low. So I'm glad that one's been fixed. Add an external evacuation siren. Cool. Add new trophies for successful audits. Oh, that one I'm looking forward to. That'll be cool to see. Smooth out sun rotation if game performance allows. That one's self-explanatory. Modified the outage notice in the consumption monitor to include the days. This one I think was still throwing some people off. In the tablet, it added the days. On the monitor, the screen, it did not. So it looks like that's been updated to match. Modified the deterioration calculation for pressurizer heaters, so they require less frequent maintenance. Oh, thank you, nuclear gods. Finally, we won't have to service our pressurizer heaters as often. Wunderbar. Love it. Magnifique. Modified the game update process so it never overwrites the player's configuration file. Okay. I mean, I get it. Maybe that's why all of our settings were messed up. They just kind of reset the default. And we have to... And now it won't... I don't know. I didn't know that was a problem, though. The problem I've been getting is I can't do autosaves. Or save new games because they would overwrite an existing save game file at random. What I've done to correct that is moved all my save game files over, and I just have one in there to try and prevent it. It's a workaround I've been working on. But anyway, so that's interesting. Improve the external water shader to react. Okay, so another visual improvement. Improve the unsimulated improve the unsimulated water shader for the external reactor vessel so it doesn't appear static. External reactor. Okay. Maybe, I guess that's the one inside the reactor building? The pool? The external pool? Yeah, I guess. When it's off, it looked static, maybe? Which is true. Well, it wasn't running. Okay. Unsimulated water shader for the external... yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Unsimulated is throwing me off. Improved player positioning and animation when manually opening doors during a blackout. All right. Improved 3D model of the rotating emergency lights. Ooh. Model of the regulator knobs. Oh, okay. And improve the 3D model of the selectors. Improve the damage effect during the reactor explosion. Ooh. Well, you know how we're going to have to test this one. So I will try and do a test video this weekend that includes, or demonstration video, that includes some of these things. We'll take a look at those models and see if I can do a side-by-side of the old ones. Modified the game. See, what was another one I wanted to check? Oh, we can look at the rotation of the sun. I'll try and see if I can model that. And We'll check some of those alarm sounds. Anyway, so there's some things to check out here. And then, of course, web servers. I always skip over this stuff because I don't use web server. But here's for those who are using web server. You can read through those on your own. I don't have any comments because I don't know what that means. So there you go. Patch 190. In my link or in the description of this video, I didn't know. You guys didn't tell me this. Okay. Nobody told me that my Discord link was broken for a long time. And so I was like, where'd everybody go? And nobody, until finally someone commented and said, the link's broken, right? And then I had a few people join. So anyway, if you want to come join my Discord, my own private one, to get more specialized help, talk about Nucleares. We've been talking about dogs lately. We talked about other games. We've talked about movies and all sorts of other things in the Discord. Yeah, join for Nucleares help or just to come hang out. I'll also have the official Nucleares Discord link in there. Get access to the great community that it is. And yeah, thanks so much for stopping by. I am Leonidas, and I will see you again soon.